Hi everybody, here is a quick review for TESMEN pen style, I guess, moisture meter. So that's the very first one I'm trying. I've never used those before, or any kind of moisture meters, but I'm doing a little bit woodworking, and now I'm also trying to do some carving, so I'm also getting some of fresh kind of green woods and trying to dry them and things like that. So I figured that would be really nice to have it, and so far I'm pretty impressed with this little thing. As you can see, it's a pretty small size. It has a holder so you can put it in your pocket. So it's very light. It is a little battery compartment, so you just unscrew it, and there are two AAA batteries inside, which actually came with the moisture meter. Okay. So put it back. Yeah, so there is a little O-ring to seal the batteries, which is nice. And here is the protection cup for the pins, as you can see. So now to turn it on, you just press and hold it for a couple seconds, and now it comes on and shows you the moisture, low, medium, and high, and it shows you actual numbers once it starts getting kind of a bit high in moisture. And you can also have different modes. So it has here, you can select them with M, and those modes are for different materials. So it comes with a manual, and in the manual there is a table which shows you what number corresponds to what material, because apparently it's not just for the wood, it can be also used for some construction materials. For the wood though, it's mostly 1 or 2. 2, it's more, I think, for some soft wood and also some hardwoods, and 1 is also for different types of hardwoods as well. So it can also, it has a hold feature if you get some data, which I never use now, but I'm just gonna show you. So it definitely works. So as you can see, it's checking on my finger, so it's pretty high, 23%, whatever, and I see it turns red. So it's hot, but it's just to test it. This is just a construction lumber, and I think this one has probably been sitting in my basement for probably a few months. So you just basically, if you just put it in, and it doesn't show anything, so it's pretty, so it's low. And obviously you can try it this way as well, and it still shows low, which kind of makes sense. And I know construction lumber is not always perfectly dry, but this one appears to be. Also, when I cut it, and it's been sitting for a while. Okay, here is the piece of Douglas fir, and so 4x4, and this one, I know it should be very dry. It's been sitting, I'm not sure, but probably more than a year in my basement, so I would be surprised if it shows that it's not dry. Yes, as you can see, and we can check several locations. Yes, still low, so it makes perfect sense. Now I have some hardwoods here, and this one is oak, and this one I bought probably from the store, like also a few months ago. So again, it should be dry. Yep, so I don't see anything here either, so it makes sense. So I have some cherry, which I bought probably more than a month ago. So I've been sitting in my basement as well, and that should be dry as well. So we'll check it. So I just have to use one hand. Yes, makes sense. So it shows it's completely dry. And I have a few other boards, like this white oak, for instance, pretty thick one. I think 2 quarters, and this one I bought also like more than a month ago. from reputable suppliers. So again, be surprised if it's not dry. And yes, it shows it's dry, so we are good on this one. Okay, now let's try it on something different. So this one, I believe I think it's an ash from ash tree. It's been cut down 4 months ago, something like that, and been sitting on the ground on the property for a while. I removed bark from it and then kind of painted the edges to see how it's gonna dry, and it was very moist. Even when I was taking out the bark, I could see it was I could feel it was wet. So now it's a bit dry. It's been probably sitting like that for like a week, but as you can see, it cracked quite badly. So I'm still gonna need to learn how to do it properly, I guess. But let's check this one. So just to see the difference. So let's try to get inside. So yeah, so as you can see, now it started reading. So it basically, it is still pretty dry now because I removed the bark. And again, the numbers kind of make sense to me, I guess. And it feels pretty dry now to touch. So now if I try to push it this way, yeah, so you see you can also read it. So yeah, so it does make kind of sense what I see on this. So here are a few other pieces from the same tree, and as you can see the bark is still on. So let's try this one. And obviously you can see it's rather wet, on almost like 34% relative humidity, and turns it's red because it's really high. And yeah, that makes perfect sense, because when I was debarking the other one, like I said, I could even see the moisture. Yeah, this one looks low, but because this one has been cut probably a few weeks ago, and has been sitting like that in a dry environment, so probably just the surface is dry, but like I said, the bark holds most of the moisture, so it would definitely be wet. I'll show you the other one. Yeah, deep enough. Yeah, as you can see, same story. I don't have anything else to compare it against to see how really accurate it is, but just based on my knowledge of that wood I showed you, it does kind of make sense to me what it shows, and the size, very easy to hold it as well. So yeah, I like it. And that's such a nice tool for me. I'm so happy I got it because it will help me dry my own wood. And even when you're buying some wood from somewhere, I mean, it's still nice to kind of double check and make sure it's dry enough. So yeah, if you're kind of getting a bit more serious with woodworking, I would highly recommend this little tool.
Dunque, ecco una prova veloce del misuratore di umidità relativa TESMEN per materiali. L'ho ritirato per poter provare il livello di umidità della legna da ardere. Questo è uno strumento che permette di recuperare immediatamente il costo quando si procede all'acquisto della legna, perché chi è costretto a comprare la legna a ardere e non ha la propria sa benissimo che il tenore di umidità fa la differenza tra della legna stagionata con un potere calorico eccezionale, fa solo vapore e rischia di danneggiarvi pure la canna fumaria. Dunque in questo caso non ho diversi tipi di legno, si tratta di tutto legno di olivo ma di diversi tagli. Un taglio ben stagionato che ho seguito io e che quindi sono sicuro che è stato stagionato in estate, di tronchi di potatura di riforma, mentre altri invece sono potature di sbrancamenti di legno molto più giovane. il legno che è stato stagionato, l'ho tagliato qualche giorno fa per la pezzatura più piccola, per farlo entrare nella fornace della cucina a legna. Questo qui dovrebbe avere imposterò il misuratore perché testi il materiale di tipo 2 come da tabella all'interno delle istruzioni. Allora, questo che era alle intemperie, la corteccia, ha comunque un livello di umidità relativa basso. La parte interna un 10%. No, è sempre molto basso il livello di umidità, è quello di legno stagionato, inferiore al 15%, ma lo so perché questa legna la sto usando, è magnifica. Questi legnetti che sono stati bagnati dalla pioggia dovrebbero sicuramente dare, questo invece è faggio, questa era ramaglia di faggio che ogni volta mi fa un sacco di fumo perché è stata bagnata, e infatti già stiamo arrivando a 15, ma è sempre comunque legna che è stata all'aria aperta. Niente, vediamo la corteccia esterna, questa qua che è stata a contatto con la pioggia dovrebbe quantomeno superare il 15. Eccolo qua, questa è proprio bagnata perché era in cima alla legnaia ed è stata bagnata dalla pioggia. Infatti la corteccia va ben al di sopra del 15, 9 o 10% significa che la legna è completamente asciutta. Porta a sapere che lo strumento è abbastanza preciso, è sicuramente un ottimo acquisto quando si vuole comprare della legna stagionata.
Alright, I'm hoping this can help me. Got a lot of different wood here. This is not wood generally that's seasoned. It is wood that either we got from the backyard or that we cut, but it might be wet, it might be fresh. So we're going to find out, just get a measure of what the wood is like, because some of the wood, actually when I put it in the stove, you can hear it sizzle. This has got too much moisture in either water, rainwater, or because it's just too freshly cut. So we'll see. But it looks like it works. And I have this on just the one setting. I don't know what else to put it on. Gonna have to dig it in there. So that's the outside. Try the inside. Not a problem. Interesting. Oh, let me go outside and check some of that wood. Here I am outside, and obviously this wood is wet. Yeah, I can feel that wetness. Let's see what it reads. There you have it. If you can see that upside down, it's 28.5. Okay, it's pretty wet. The outside bark, not too bad. This is wet. You can see the snow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.